I'm in the studio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Oh yeah, there we go. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Plastic bag, plastic bag. Full of gasoline. That's right.
Good afternoon and welcome to your 4 to 5. I'm Maddie Gardner, joined in studio by Lauren Coleman, Jalen Gilkey, and Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley. Eric Chilton is apparently in Jurassic Park. Did you know that you have dinosaurs surrounding you at the moment? We're going to check in with Eric in just a moment. Who knows what he is up to?
Look forward to learning about that. But happy Friday, everybody. Make sure you head over to our Facebook page. That's where we live stream our shows. We love to chat with you during the breaks.
Well, we are going to begin with big news in North Carolina as we continue to fight COVID-19 after more than a year of rules and restrictions to help keep people safe from the virus. Just 2 hours ago, Governor Roy Cooper lifted most mandatory mask restrictions in North Carolina. This comes after the CDC announced new guidance for fully vaccinated people yesterday. WFMY News' Marissa Tansino is joining us live from downtown Greensboro with more details. Marissa, a big announcement.
Well, Maddie, right now there are no capacity limits, no mass gathering limits, no social distancing requirements, and no mask mandates in most situations here in North Carolina. The governor making that announcement just after 1:30 this afternoon. And for the first time in a year today, we saw the governor and his team walk into the briefing room without masks. This announcement comes just after the CDC released new guidance for fully vaccinated people yesterday, and the governor says that had a big influence on his decision. He still wants to reach his goal of 2/3 of North Carolina adults with at least one shot. Despite some people being fully vaccinated, not everyone is ready to ditch the mask.
I'm probably, I'm going to always have it with me. Like I'll probably go out tonight, but, I'll wear it, and I'll probably still wear it for a while.
For me, the mask has worked, and I'm going to stick with what's been working.
Now, the governor says businesses and local governments can still choose to have requirements in place. I did reach out to some triad leaders. Greensboro Mayor Nancy Vaughn, Guilford County Commissioner Skip Alston, and Winston-Salem Mayor Alan Joines all say they will follow the governor's lead. Live in Greensboro, Marissa Tansino, WFMY News 2.
Marissa, thanks so much. While today's announcement from the governor is a step in the right direction, Cooper still wants to see at least 2/3 of adults in our state partially vaccinated. As of right now, only about 50% of adults are fully vaccinated. Governor Cooper gave a message to those who are still not vaccinated yet.
Get vaccinated now. If you don't listen to me, ask your doctor and do what your doctor tells you. With more people not wearing masks going forward and COVID-19 and its more infectious variants spreading, there's a real risk that unvaccinated people can get it.
And the change in guidance comes as our state's coronavirus metrics continue to improve. The percentage of tests coming back positive has been doing much better lately. The latest number is 3.8%, so that's much lower than the red line, which is the state's goal of 5%. The past 3 days, we have been below that line. State hospitalizations are also fairly low. Today's number, 926. It is the 6th day in a row we've stayed below 1,000.
For the first time in 14 months, Aperture Cinema in Winston-Salem is welcoming people back. They're opening their doors to guests, something they haven't done since March 13th of 2020. Movie theaters have been allowed to reopen in North Carolina since September, but owner Lauren Desai says it just wasn't the right time for Aperture.
Just to make sure it was the right time. I mean, that's always sort of how we've operated. That was how we closed, and that's how we sort of decided to not reopen and to do private rentals instead. And it just felt like May 14th vaccinations would be at a higher level, and also that people would maybe be more open to returning to doing stuff inside.
Desai says she was nervous about reopening for the last few weeks. They had to rehire almost an entirely new staff and train them. But tonight at 5:30, they'll turn on their projectors for the first showing to a public audience. Now, it will look a little bit different. The cinema is limiting themselves to 50% capacity, and they will still require masks. They also ask that you buy tickets ahead of time online. That way they can block off seats around your group. Still, Desai says after more than a year, the cinema is what we all need.
It really is one of the last places that's like, I mean, to me, I think of it as a church, like where you turn off everything else and you can really sit down and it's dark and you can escape everything else that's going on in your life. And I think now, having gone through the past year, like we need that. And I think people are going to be excited to come. There's lots of great films coming out over the summer.
Tonight's films include Limbo, The Truffle Hunters, and The Killing of Two Lovers. If you aren't quite ready to go in person, Aperture is still offering virtual showings. All that information is already on our website for you.
And after a week of uncertainty following a cyber attack, Colonial Pipeline is back up and things are slowly getting back to normal. It's also looking better for drivers and gas stations in some parts of the Triad and in North Carolina. WFMY News 2's Adoria Chumba is live in Greensboro with more.
As you can see behind me, this gas station has just a few cars here compared to Wednesday when it was gridlocked. And Colonial Pipeline says things are getting back to normal now since it restarted that pipeline on Thursday. Now, Gas Buddy is reporting in North Carolina that the number of gas stations still short on gas also dropped to 65%. That number is around 38% in the Triad. But some stations are still regulating purchases. I spoke to some Triad drivers about what it was like for them during the height of the shortage.
Over half the gas stations I saw were out of gas or had a line that was around the block. I think they were out of gas, actually.
My car saves good on gas. I only need like 15, so that's pretty good.
So what about the gas prices? Will they go down? Well, the Attorney General's office said they received more than 800 complaints of price gouging. And gas station operators say that it will take about 7 to 14 days for both the prices of gas and the supply chain to normalize.
All right, you saw it out there. It's not too sunny anymore. Changes are happening. What's really going on? You getting it poured on? Probably not, but I'll show you what's happening as we look toward the next couple of hours. If you're going out Friday evening, there will be a couple of showers around, but it might look a little bit worse than it actually is. That's the view across the Triad area right now. Clouds have rolled in, and we were kind of expecting this possibility as we went into Friday afternoon. Temperatures are actually cooling a touch now into the 60s, and the humidity is really low. So even if these clouds are putting out some rain, not all of it is going to be reaching the ground, at least not that efficiently. Temperatures are warmer to the south and to the east, near 70 there, but look how cool in the foothills, only in the low 60s right now. That's partly to do with all of this. This radar, again, looks a little deceiving. A lot of this is not hitting the ground, but we do have some scattered sprinkles, light showers. Not a big deal, but if you do have plans to go out and about this evening, bring along the light jacket. Won't hurt you a bit. Now, overnight tonight, it is going to get chilly yet again. We're in the 60s now. We'll be cooling off into the low and mid 40s for tomorrow morning. Third night in a row that kind of gets a little chilly for sure. That's how you start your Saturday. We'll have a lot of sunshine. All the clouds right now will go away once we get past sunset. They're kind of here because of the heating of the day. So for tomorrow, it's a little bit warmer. We'll be in the low 70s for your Saturday afternoon. Coming up, we'll talk about the rest of the week and why I think Saturday is the better day than Sunday.
So my question is, low 70s for Saturday, is that perfect dinosaur weather? I think it is. Yes, this is, oh no. No, now we've got Carnivore Chris coming up. Look, we're at Dinosaur Adventure in the parking lot of the Greensboro Coliseum. Chris is here. Who do you have with you?
Oh, well, this is Cookie, by the way. Cookie the Allosaurus. One of our newest members here. She just turned 6 months, actually, yesterday. So, Cookie, I know you can't say hi, though. Yeah, you can pet her. Yeah, Cookie, come on.
She's okay? She's not going to bite?
All of our dinosaurs here at the Dinosaur Adventure. By the way, the Dinosaur Adventure. Welcome.
He's lost his... He's crazy.
Well, you know,
he's crazy.
Hello, North Carolina. Thank you for having us. And all of our dinosaurs are just dying to meet you.
So meet. Oh, I get it. Boy, oh. He needs to be in our Facebook room, guys, where the dad jokes all over the place. Hey, tell me about all the dinosaurs. How many do you have here?
We have over 80 different dinosaurs. You know, the highlights here, the Triceratopses. Do you know why they call it a Triceratops?
Why?
Because it has 3 horns. Yeah, there you go. Yes, I know, Cookie, no. Yes. So we got the Triceratops, we got Velociraptors, we got T-Rexes. We don't have one T-Rex, we got about 3 T-Rexes here. And on our headliner, well, I got to keep it a surprise for you. You have to come see.
Yes.
At the Dinosaur Adventure here.
Now, so Chris is going to we're going to move and we're going to take a look at some of these other dinosaurs in a minute, because some of them, you know, are kind of like not moving, others really move.
Well, you know, we can't talk about what happened in Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? Under contract, but you know, all good. You know, some people went home with all the pieces on. Some, you know,
That's perfect.
Yes, no, but we're going to take you on an adventure, shall we say? A dinosaur.
Boy, dude, hey, Cookie, the kids love the baby dinosaurs.
It's a highlight here.
Here, take him up to that. I want to see. We'll take it. This is so cool because I'm sitting here watching him a little while ago, and these kids just light up when they see the baby dinosaurs. Look, they're looking out the other window, but he's coming up to this one. Anyway, hey, look, we've got many more dinosaurs to show you. No, show them. I'll just keep talking. We're going to show you some more of the dinosaurs coming up, too. We'll also be in our 5 and 6 p.m. newscast. The T-Rex will come up eventually. Stick around.
Woo, woo, woo.
And his dinosaur friends today. Looks like he's having fun.
Way too much fun. But it's Friday, so I'll give him a pass.
It is Friday.
How we doing, Facebook?
I know.
Hey, Facebook.
We doing all right?
Hello, hello,
We
hello.
excited it's Friday?
There's a lot of good news today.
Lots of good news. Good news, good news, good news.
What are the weekend plans, Jalen?
I'm going to see an old high school buddy of mine.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, he plays for the Charlotte Knights, so I'm going to the game. Yeah.
Baseball.
Baseball.
Home run.
Home run.
3 strikes, you out.
He was the White Sox first pick in
good.
2017.
Oh.
Yeah, he was, I think he
Have I
was
to-
number 12 or number 8, one of those two.
Have I told y'all my baseball story?
No, I would
My
love
dad's
to hear it.
50th birthday, he's a huge Cincinnati Reds fan. And
Oh, that's
so
unfortunate.
we went to Cincinnati. I was still in middle school. And we sat behind home plate. They were playing the Pittsburgh Pirates. And wouldn't you know it, that a line drive foul ball went right behind home plate and into my left wrist. Oh, the pain. But I was on
All right,
camera.
first of all,
Well, can you hold on?
I'm sorry.
I was on camera, and I remember my dad touching me on the arm and saying, "Don't cry, you're on camera."
So
And I didn't, but then they sent me a bunch of free stuff.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
the people behind me took the ball and kept it, and they
Yeah.
wouldn't give it back.
It's a blood sport.
You've always been camera ready, though.
I was ready, Lauren. I was like,
So first, how did you get with a line drive behind the
So as you can imagine, starting a business takes a lot of hard work and dedication. A High Point mother started this clothing line with her daughter when she was just 2 years old. Now they're on a mission to educate other families about the importance of entrepreneurship and creating generational wealth.
Prashanda Rory and her 5-year-old daughter Blair love to play dress up. So much so, they decided to create their own children's boutique for girls.
I Am Blair's Closet is a premier, fashionable, affordable finds for tiny tots. We carry an array of toddler clothes. We have our own lip gloss line. We have our own purse line for kids.
Their merchandise is sold online and inside a local beauty supply store. The mother-daughter duo started I Am Blair's Closet LLC 3 years ago when Blair was just 2 years old.
I am a cancer survivor, and one of the things that I wanted to make sure as far as Blair was that if anything happened to me, that she had some type of generational wealth to continue on to live if I wasn't here.
This month, the two are hosting the Boss Baby Kidpreneur Pop-Up Shop, an event that will feature more than 20 kid entrepreneurs from across North Carolina.
We have I Met a Book, which is a book written by 3 brothers and their mother. We have Binky Blockers, which is a little girl that is 8. She sells sunglasses and glasses that are specifically for kids.
Rory says she hopes the event will inspire other families and show children the importance of independence and hard work.
It's good to see that kids are still, doing things business-wise for themselves, and that they have parents and guardians behind them that are creating some form of generational wealth for them.
And Blair has some advice for kids who may want to start a business.
Keep up the good work.
And stay true to yourself.
And stay true to yourself.
So the Boss Baby Kidpreneur Pop-Up Shop will be on the 23rd of May on 100 South Main in High Point. So for more details, if you're interested in attending, look for this story out on our website.
Lauren, I really like what she was saying about building generational wealth and having a business that Blair can hopefully keep up for a long time.
And I love the fact that this clothing line is built or geared specifically for tots or kids of a similar age as Blair. And my favorite part is the pop-up shop, where they're also creating a space for other kid entrepreneurs to be able to showcase their talents in their businesses as well.
Absolutely, and they held a similar event last fall where they featured a lot of these kid entrepreneurs, and the mother, she was also telling me they put on workshops as well, so for parents that might be interested in starting their own business or starting one with their children. So I think that that's just phenomenal that they're doing this kind of work.
I need to know if they sell the bows.
Yes.
Because she was rocking the bow.
She was rocking
that
that
was a
bow.
great bow. Well, this purple is my favorite color too.
It was perfectly placed. It looked great.
You got to check out the clothes. I mean, they have the purses, the lip gloss, the shoes. They're really doing
Got everything you need, right?
Everything you need. But if you are interested in attending this event, again, we do have those details on our website.
All right, the 4 to 5 is heading to break, but don't worry, we're live on Facebook, so you don't have to miss us at all.
We're all the
right
fun
there.
today.
All the fun.
We'll see you there. Let me first make a correction to the baseball story. I was behind first base, excuse me. I said home plate, but Jalen quickly reminded me that you can't hit a line drive behind home base, and I was behind first base. Anyway, the player's name was Chris Duffy, and he is still on my list. He's on my list, so if anyone knows where former or maybe current Pittsburgh Pirates player Chris Duffy is currently residing.
No, he's definitely former.
Tell him I have beef with him.
Definitely former.
I have a little bit of beef. I couldn't cheer for like the summer because I had a little fracture going on in my wrist. It was tragic.
Should have used your hands.
Well, I was trying to block my face.
Oh.
The hands are
Hand
great.
was up.
The hands are great for catching.
Have
of the
I
baseball.
been to another professional baseball game since then?
Absolutely not.
I have not. Been to Grasshoppers games, like that kind of major league. But
just a little fear.
How old were you?
I was 12.
Old enough to catch the
11
ball.
or 12. Listen. Everyone is hating on my hand-eye coordination. I am very coordinated. But it was coming at me fast. Jalen, how fast does Chris Duffy hit the ball? Can you find out?
He wish he hit it faster, I promise you.
Well, he broke my wrist.
But
but yeah,
be careful hanging out by first plate, I'll tell you.
that's where
Get him too.
Get him too. Are you making fun of me for calling it the wrong
Just a
thing?
little bit.
Okay,
I've never heard it that way
head.
before.
Now I'm just the color commentator when it comes to sports. I'm not here to break down the actual sport.
That would actually be a great 4 to 5, like have Maddie do the color commentary for a Hoppers game. And then Jalen could, do some other stuff too.
Jalen can actually tell us what's going on. I'll just be there like,
I'd watch it.
It'd be great. Great
UDay's
TV.
How would you handle a neighbor that went out of their way to make your life miserable? I'd imagine most people would not be very neighborly anymore.
Yeah, and today on U Day, Coach Lamont shares a story we can all use when we're feeling a bit angry.
A wise man recently moved into a beautiful home with a huge orchard. A mean and envious man lived next door and constantly tried to make his new neighbor as miserable as possible. He would throw garbage over the fence and make loud noises all throughout the day. Well, one day the wise man looked out of his window and noticed tons of garbage thrown in his yard. The man took a bucket and cleaned up the debris. He then carried a bucket and went to speak with the mean and envious neighbor. The neighbor heard a knock at the door and joyfully thought, "I have finally got him." He answered the door ready for a fight. However, the wise man gave him a bucket of freshly picked apples, saying, "The one who is rich in something shares it with others." My friend, they may throw garbage at you, but you got fruit. This is Coach Lamont reminding you to have your best U-Day. I'll see you tomorrow.
I was just saying I really like his couch. It looks really good. I mean, I need a couch. I need a new one, a better one. Maybe we can get that tip on the next 4 to 5. Hey, let's show you what's happening right now. It looks a little darker in the sky. We look over the last couple hours, you see these clouds just kind of dancing around in the sky, right? They're forming and then dissipating, kind of going back and forth. But you can always learn a little something by watching the weather. on a loop, on an animation. We did that for you today. Temperatures right now in the 60s. It's only in the 50s in the mountains, 70s down east along the coastal areas. All of those, by the way, are well below average. Our average high is 77, so it's supposed to be a little warmer. Hasn't been the case, not just here, but really much of the East Coast has been below average. Reason being, we've been having those winds coming in out of the north instead of out of the south. Now that's going to change a little bit over the next several days, but if we look here, there's not a lot going on with major weather systems. So overall, the weather stays pretty calm going into tomorrow. High pressure in control. It's a cold morning in the 40s, but a nice afternoon. Low 70s. It's not pool weather or anything like that. It'll still have a cool feel to the air, but it'll be pleasant to be outside. Sunday, different story. This little front coming closer to us should increase the clouds, and it does bring at least the chance of a couple showers. Now, if you have outdoor Sunday plans, I wouldn't panic here, but just know it could rain on occasion, and it's not going to be the prettiest of days, but more gray than blue. So that's the way we see it. For tonight, look at that, 47 for your low. We have a few scattered showers outside right now. They won't last that long if you see one. They're pretty short-lived. Pick of the weekend will be Saturday. Get out, enjoy, do whatever you want to do. 74 is the high. 71 for Sunday. If you're looking for the warmth, it'll come back. We're coming to it next week. Upper 70s, close to 80 degrees. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That is more typical of May. We're coming right back after this.
I have all of the dirt on Chris Duffy, not to be confused with Christopher Duffy, who is also a baseball player. Chris Duffy was released in 2010 and has not played professional baseball since. I hope he is doing well. I also learned that he hit an inside the park home run at Yankee Stadium in 2007, which, is that good?
Yeah, it's great. It
What's
means
inside the park versus outside the park?
Well, outside the park means it goes over the fence.
Into the parking lot.
I mean,
Glass
usually the crowd, but yeah.
Okay.
It can go into the parking lot if
Inside
you
the park
really do.
means it stayed within the
fence, and he ran all the way around.
Oh, okay. So he just ran really fast.
Well, somebody probably made a mistake.
Gotcha.
Somebody
okay.
probably fell.
But yeah, he's 41 from Vermont. He broke my wrist, but you know what? That's not on his Wikipedia page. Should I add it?
Yeah, you should. You have access to. Go ahead.
Maddie Gardner's wrist at 12 years old.
Y'all, what if I did?
What is he going to say? He didn't do it? It's a fact.
Wiki page.
It's a fact check.
I'll just do my own little 2 cents on it and then attach it to his Wikipedia
Like,
page.
yeah, Chris Duffy, I've been looking for you.
I've been looking for you.
I've been looking for you for 20 years.
for 15.
Close that. Come on, man.
He's been on my list for 15 years.
We're going to find Chris Duffy.
He's
I'm
been
worried about these dinosaurs, y'all.
Yeah, listen. I don't know who we need to call, but there's clearly a problem with
Manning's out there having way too much fun.
Oh, let me tell you, the first time I worked with our awesome photographer Manning, it was during a hurricane. And we were sent up to Virginia. The whole way he talked about pizza. I mean, the whole way there and back. And that was like 3 hours each way. And he just talked about pizza, and that's how we bonded.
He clearly was starving.
Woosah! Take a deep breath. We have finally made it to Friday. And if you can take just the next 2 minutes to reflect, you'll start your weekend on the right note. WFMY News 2's Megan Maleris makes it her mission each week to find what's bringing you joy.
Let's give you some reasons to smile. We know this week has brought frustration, especially when trying to fill up your gas tank. So why not top off your positivity tank heading into the weekend? I asked you on my Facebook page, Megan Maleris News, to tell me something good, big or small, that happened in your life recently.
Megan saw her family after 2 years and got 15 hugs. It felt so good. Scotty is recording an album with 2 bigger name artists. No turning back now. Lydia graduated with her associate's degree in medical assisting and passed her certification exam. Scott played a full round of golf, pain-free, only 3 months after a big surgery. Chrissy's almost 1-year-old learned how to hand her his sippy cup instead of throwing it. Ginger spent time with her daughter at the Grasshoppers game. Stephanie welcomed another grandson born on his dad's birthday. Faith took her last final exam, made an A on the test and the class. Debbie is fully vaccinated, so is Melissa. Same with Jean, who gets to travel to Massachusetts to visit family. Michelle's investments panned out and she's reaping the rewards of her hard work. Joan got season tickets to the Tanger Center. Brenda's brother had a heart attack after 4 stents and recovery. He's doing well. Deborah came home from the hospital after COVID and pneumonia. She feels blessed to be here and thanks God. And Diane is happy to be able to see loved ones again.
A lot of good news across the triad. We are so glad to get to share your positive points of the week on every Friday. You know, I think my positive point actually just came about 2 hours ago when the governor said the mask mandates were going to be lifting in most places, especially if you're vaccinated. I love that. I think we're on the right path. We're turning the corner.
Sure, there will be a lot of people celebrating about that tonight. My good news is kind of small. I get to sleep in this weekend.
Ooh, that's
last
great.
weekend I was on the road traveling to see my folks, so I'm going to sleep in a little bit this weekend.
I love that.
Well, I've had a pretty solid last 7 days. I played 2 rounds of free golf last weekend. Free?
What'd you do to get it free?
Listen, you're asking too many questions. Anyway, and also I'm going to see one of my buddies from high school this weekend. He plays with the Charlotte Knights, and I can't wait to see him, cheer him on.
Yeah, that's exciting.
It's going to be a great time.
Going down to Charlotte?
Yeah, we'll have
Does he still play there?
Yeah, he plays for the
you watch
Knights.
him?
Yeah,
That's exciting.
it's exciting. I can't
You get
wait.
to go in the dugout?
No, got
Now I'm asking too many questions.
Are you going to bring us next time?
Right.
We can make that happen. We can make it happen.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. Road trip. 4 to 5 road trip.
Let's go.
All right. The 4 to 5 is coming right back. Did you know we are live on Facebook and we chat with you during the commercial breaks? If you didn't, now you know.
So we have all the fun.
It is. Telling a lot of stories today.
Yeah.
Come hear about my broken wrist.
I know some people are like, hey, ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie, they forever go together like a classic combination. Okay.
In the hello. Hey, in the chat after the hit, not in the hello. Okay, gotcha.
Here, I'll do this since this is an okay.
Can you see some movement back there?
Does that be an action shot like
Holding his hand like he's scared. That's right.
I'll be doing his nails.
Yes, please. That would be hilarious. A Dino Petty. Or Manny. Dino Manny.
A Manning Petty, what?
A dinosaur manicure. That is what is happening behind me right now. I'm a little worried. And I'm really not worried for Chris. I'm worried for the dinosaurs because Chris is there. Oh my gosh, I thought he was moving. It was just Chris bumping him. What did he say?
He's trying to find a file.
Like a giant.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, like, what you have right now.
Well, so for the hello, remember I'm not saying anything, so just hold tight on it. Yeah, if you want to go past me to that face just for the hello, that's fine. Hey, Scortis, I didn't know you were out here still. Oh, that's right. So I'm going to do what? Oh, I forgot we're on Facebook. There's Jeff Scortis, ladies and gentlemen. You remember him from the other day. We saw Jeff's legs as he changed a light until our director, Brad Lowry, jumped in.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to your 4 to 5. I'm Lauren Coleman here with Maddie Gardner, and we got Eric Chilton. We can hear him out there at the Coliseum, and we have Tim Buckley in Daly.
We are starting off this Friday with a roar, apparently, from a dinosaur.
That was me, actually.
Oh, it was
yeah.
Tim.
Sorry, Tim.
Silly me.
Stomach.
Sorry.
I was confused. He's a little bit hungry. It's dinner time.
Yeah. It's getting to be that time.
We are so glad you're joining us on
Buckley's
this
lunch.
Friday afternoon. By the way, we are live on Facebook the entire show. We truly have so much fun over there, so come chat with us during the breaks. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, because we definitely have a lot to talk about, more than the noise that's happening out there. Lots of big news in the state of North Carolina in regards to the coronavirus. Effective immediately, all mandatory capacity limits, social distance guidelines, and most mask mandates are lifted across the state. Masks will still be required on public transportation, schools, and healthcare facilities. Masks will also be needed at larger indoor events, and businesses can still choose if they will require employees and customers to wear the mask. Now, unvaccinated people should also continue to wear masks. Governor Cooper added that while this is a good sign to get fully back to normal, more work still needs to be done.
I have a message for people who have not been vaccinated, and especially for those who will choose not to wear a mask. Get vaccinated now. If you don't listen to me, ask your doctor and do what your doctor tells you. With more people not wearing masks going forward, and COVID-19 and its more infectious variants spreading, there's a real risk that unvaccinated people can get it. Please be responsible and wear a mask until you get vaccinated.
All right, let's take a look at other headlines this afternoon with your 4 to 5 roundup. Despite the news from the governor today, Harris Teeter plans to still require masks in their stores. The grocery chain released a statement saying, in part, as we have throughout the pandemic, we are reviewing current safety practices and the CDC's latest guidance and soliciting feedback from our valued associates to guide the next phase of our policy. Multiple sources tell CBS News that Colonial Pipeline paid a multi-million-dollar ransom to the hackers that got into its network. The FBI discourages but does not ban American companies like Colonial from paying a ransom. The Bureau warns there is no guarantee that the company would get its data back and says the payments only encourage more cyber attacks in the future. And listen up, it is the last weekend to get your taxes done. Monday is the official deadline to get your paperwork together for your 2020 federal tax return, and in most instances, your state taxes too. The original filing date was April 15th, but the IRS pushed it back because of the pandemic. If you still need more time, you can file a 5-month extension, but your request needs to get to the IRS by Monday.
All right, stepping outside right now, a little cloudy. That's been the change over the last hour or two. We've seen clouds roll in. Some parts of the Piedmont have had a couple of light showers. Not cause for panic, but a little something we're seeing this afternoon. Here's how it looks right now at the moment, and certainly some dark skies over downtown Greensboro. Winston-Salem, Burlington, and High Point all kind of have a similar looking sky right now. And if we take Greensboro full, you can see there's that darkness there. We could see some sprinkles falling out of that. Temperature is in the mid-60s. It's down just a touch from before when we were closer to 70. Hoppers have a game tonight, and yes, if you have tickets or if you just want to go down, feel free. It's going to be fine. We'll be in the mid-60s, so you need a light jacket. A passing shower can't be ruled out, but it wouldn't last that long. They'll be able to play baseball no problem for tonight. Noticing it is getting a little cooler to the north and to the west, courtesy of this. These are those showers and really sprinkles that are moving across the area. I haven't seen any of these become heavy, and much of them are not even reaching the ground at the moment. We just saw on sky camera, not raining, but you see on the radar it's showing up. It's kind of evaporating before it hits the ground. So no big deal, right? Temperatures overnight will be cooling off quite a bit. The clouds will go away, gets down into the 40s, so it'll be a little chilly for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, feeling pretty nice. I'll actually get into the low 70s for a change. I think it's a pretty nice day and a really good start to the weekend. High pressure will be in control for tomorrow. But Sunday, things will change a little bit. We'll have clouds moving in. A couple passing showers will be possible. So Saturday is my pick for your weekend outdoor plans.
All right, I'm laughing, so you'll have to excuse me because Carnivore Chris behind me is hilarious and crazy. If you could just see him during the commercial breaks. We're at the parking lot of the Greensboro Coliseum Dinosaur Adventure, like 80 dinosaurs out here, and he's doing their nails. Do the chorus line, Chris, with the girls there. Here he goes. 1, 2, 3. Very nice.
Here's the deal. The nails
Wait. We can't hear you. What are you saying?
The struggle is real. Like I say, we're working on pays and management. We're working on the chorus line next. You wait. Hit it, boys. This is Arthur, by the way.
Now they're kind of social distance here, right? Like, naturally.
Well, we're still teeter-tottering out of that. And so that being said, we like to keep the distance. And plus because they don't play well in the sandbox.
No, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And you can never build
No masks with them.
No, well, they eat them.
Oh,
that was the problem. They say recycle them, but yeah, if you want to put your hand in there, that's fine.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I will not do that because even though I know they're extinct, there's just something weird when they start moving that freaks me out. That is so. All right, so tell people what they experience when they come here. How does this work?
So it's a drive-through. There's over 21 scenes set up for you, and you can come in to actually see all your favorite dinosaurs here, from apricots to zingers, what I always say. But we have the triceratopses, we have the baby velociraptors, and of course the Mama Sue, which is our biggest feature, which is T-Rex. And you sit back, relax in your own comfort of your car, grab some snacks, because why not? And it's actually educational as well, because the audio tour, there's some fun games on there, there's activities and all sorts of fun stuff that you can enjoy in your car too. And then we encourage you not to get out of your car, so we can keep that in mind because there's still some COVID things going on. But that being said, the kids love it, and but it's not just about the kids either. You can be a big kid when you come here.
Absolutely.
So they come to life, and there's also the baby dinosaurs, which I'm a little biased because of my babies. But anyway,
I have to tell you first of all, the T-Rex he's talking about, which we'll see in a minute, 40 feet long. Here, let's back up, Manning, because these guys are yelling at me.
Just don't sneeze.
Now, I'm afraid of them. Actually, it really makes you nervous. And Chris never stops talking. You guys have any questions?
I'm so lost for words right now.
Never
I don't
stops
even know.
talking.
You need to be nice because those are his pet dinosaurs, and he can, tell them to sick you or whatever. You tell a dinosaur to attack. I'm not gonna lie.
He can turn them on you, so you gotta behave. No, the cutest part of this though is when the kids are reaching out to touch the little baby dinosaur. So we'll see some more baby dinosaurs coming up.
That wouldn't have been me at like 5 or 6 years old.
no.
I was afraid of all things in costumes, but now that would be something that I would definitely want to try out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get Eric back here.
I'm not talking
He's having
anymore.
too much fun. I don't like it when Eric's having fun without me.
I'm afraid.
He's having fun without me,
and
and I'm not a fan.
So Jalen's just really jealous that he's
That's
not
all.
out there
That is all
with
it
you
is.
and Carnivore Chris.
Hi, everybody.
It's the movement, man. I'm telling you, it's the movement that scares you. The tongue wiggles. I don't like it. It's just a little bit so real. Look.
Yeah. I mean, that
Please.
Dinosaurs are a little hungry, but I didn't tell you that.
looks real. I don't know about that. It is really cool, though.
Telling you, man.
I'm impressed with technology.
It is cool, and the T-Rex is 40 feet long, and when we see that, you guys are going to be like,
can't
Chilton.
wait.
But wait, this is what it's all about. Look how cute those kids are. That is what it's all about.
The babies.
That's perfect. Look.
Have fun, everybody. I hope you see your favorite dinosaurs today.
I love it. Thanks, Eric.
All right, more dinosaurs coming up in a minute. Yep.
All right, I have a confession to make, friends, and I don't want you to think less of me when I make this confession, okay? Hey, Eric, are you in here? Let me see you. Okay. All right, here's my confession.
I'm here.
I know you can hardly hear it, but here's my confession. I have lawn envy.
Lawn envy.
Dun, dun, dun! Lawn envy. Yes, okay,
Yes.
because I look at those lush green lawns. Chilton, can you relate?
Yes, and so Tanny and I were talking about this earlier. You always look at your neighbor's yard and you think it looks so much better than yours, but I did a story on this a long time ago. It is the angle that you're looking at all that grass. It looks super green, but when you're looking at your own lawn, you're looking down, you see all the weeds. So there is that grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. That's what that means.
Honestly.
That's interesting.
All right, I did not know that. Okay, so does a good-looking lawn make the rest of you notice and say something when you drive by it?
Absolutely, because my dad is so committed to his grass that I've been conditioned to pay attention.
Yeah, I pay attention as well. Sometimes me and my parents, we just drive around looking at how nice people's lawns look.
Okay, all right. Now, if your lawn looks more like, let's say, this that you're going to see, okay, this right here, yeah, weeds and things, you could say you planned it that way. Listen to this.
I'm trying to do everything in my power to cut my carbon footprint. So by just not having to water my lawn, by just taking good care of it and not
mowing and blowing and, burning gas. I see this as beautiful.
All right, well, you could save money with that kind of thinking. It's estimated that consumers spend about $35 billion per year on lawn and garden products. And while some synthetic lawn care products may be helpful to your yard in the short term, over time, the experts say they can actually harm beneficial organisms in the soil, and they could cause you some issues too.
You can track pesticides into your home from the lawn, where they can get into the dust on your floor and your carpet, and then children can be exposed to that. Several common lawn pesticides are suspected to be linked to a variety of issues like diabetes and reproductive and developmental problems.
Well, the pesticide and fertilizer industry maintains that the EPA's approval of existing lawn pesticides means that the chemicals should be safe to use if they're used directed on the label. All right, next up on 2 Wants to Know, a different government agency we're talking about, the IRS. Tax day is May 17th. That's Monday. Got questions for our tax experts? Well, this is your chance to ask. You can text your questions to 336-379-5775. That number right there at the bottom of your screen. We're going to answer your questions starting at 5:30. We'll be right back.
I do want to see the giant T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex. I would like to see that. Carnivore Chris had a name for.
Mama Sue.
That was it. That was it. Sue. Jalen, good memory.
You know, I remember the strangest things.
Do you?
Yes. Not great.
All right. Anyone else got a story time? Other than dinosaurs.
Pick a category.
You know, I've never broken a bone.
I have.
Never broken a bone, fracture, anything like that.
I broke my wrist in 4th grade by spinning around in circles really fast with a friend, and she let go, and I slammed my arm against a chair.
Yeah, I thought I broke my collarbone one time.
Your clavicle?
Yeah, the old clavicle, but it didn't. So that was great. That was 5th grade. Other than that, I've been pretty solid.
I walked around for 2 days with a broken wrist.
Oh, so you kind of tough.
So a neighbor of ours was like, "Oh no, it's not broken. There would be a lump here." And then so I got pink eye. So we went to the doctor. My mom was like, "Yeah, scan her wrist too. It was broken." So my neighbor came.
You had a lot going on.
Was your neighbor a medical professional?
They were not. So they got me a card and candy and said they'll keep their day job and apologize.
Yeah,
well, that was nice.
So 2 days after you
Too
broke
late,
your wrist,
but okay.
you caught pink eye.
Yeah.
Interesting. Lauren, you go.
And it was right before Christmas.
Rough week to be on.
That is something else.
Pink eye.
Oh, goodness
After
gracious.
the broken wrist.
I mean, that's literally like of all the things I've done in life that would lead to a broken bone, going to a baseball game is the one that breaks it.
Yeah, man.
Pretty frustrating.
Hands, not wrist.
Well, I didn't have a glove.
Hands. Bare hand. You got feast or famine.
Jalen, I will roll the teleprompter for you, sir.
That would be.
Is this a package?
Very so lovely, ma'am.
Welcome back to your 405. Okay, this next story would be frustrating for any business owner. Thousands of dollars worth of merchandise stolen, but then the items are found for sale online. WFMY News 2's Jalen Gilkey was in Winston-Salem earlier today to learn more about the tough few weeks for the team at Wild Birds Unlimited.
Well, about 3 weeks ago, Wild Birds Unlimited's Winston-Salem store had over $3,000 worth of bird feed and feeders stolen. But instead of waiting for the police to investigate, they took matters into their own hands.
There was so much product, it had to go somewhere.
Heidi Bublitz owns Wild Birds Unlimited in Winston-Salem. They recently had close to 2 tons worth of bird feed and several bird feeders stolen in the middle of the night.
We had our seed and shipment dropped overnight. When my employee got there at 7 in the morning, the whole thing was gone.
Like any normal person, they immediately called the police. But after a few hours, Heidi did some investigating of her own.
He filed a police report at 7:30 that morning. I was off that day. About 11 o'clock when I decided to get on Facebook to see if somebody was selling our stuff, I happened to stumble immediately on it.
Heidi reported all the new information to Winston-Salem PD, but after a couple days, some of her customers took matters into their own hands.
I had friends who made buys with them online, went over to Davidson County, who tried to get a picture of his license plate number, but he doesn't have a license because this is something that they habitually do.
After submitting more evidence, Winston-Salem PD, along with Davidson County Sheriff's Office, were able to return the items back to Heidi and her team.
We've been here for 25 years. We love our customers, and our customers love us, and it really showed through with the fact that we didn't have any seed, and they were gracious enough not to go somewhere else, but to take a 5-pound bag and then wait till we got our next seed order in. We didn't lose any business.
Well, unfortunately for Heidi and her team, they weren't able to get the bird seed back in time before it spoiled, but she was more concerned about the bird feeders, which she should be getting back soon from Winston-Salem PD.
That is good news. And how cool of her customers, not to go anywhere else or order it online, just to wait until they got more shipment. That tells you that it's a good store and they have customer loyalty. So I'm glad everything is working out, getting back to normal for them.
Absolutely, but I mean, how low down and dirty is that? I mean, to steal from a bird supply store?
Yeah, so apparently Davidson County Sheriff's Department was let Heidi know that this is something that this couple kind of has done before previously. They actually had somebody else's lawn seed as well, so like they get on Facebook Marketplace and try to make a profit off of these things that they're selling, but apparently they're not too great at what they're doing.
Well, I'm glad that everything is working out and that Heidi was able to be a super sleuth on Facebook. Definitely consult with the local law enforcement, though. Don't try to go crime stopping by yourself.
Absolutely.
That's just my word of advice. All right, 4 to 5 is heading to break. We'll be right back with more of Eric Chilton and his dinosaur friends.
We get to see the T-Rex real soon.
I hope so.
Mama Sue, that's what they call her.
Okay. It's always about you personally.
Okay.
All right, so this is a short one, Chris. He said about a minute, so we'll have to go.
Mics are hot. Ow!
Feeling hot, hot, hot.
I decided today I was meant to be a pop star, Lauren.
Really?
So I don't know how you
really?
what we're gonna do and how we're gonna start me on this new life path. But I've been watching a lot of videos of live performances lately of some of my favorites: Britney Spears, Taylor Swift, Dua Lipa, and I'm just like, I miss my calling. Can I sing? No, absolutely not. But I do feel like I could make it look like I was.
Yeah, we could just put some auto-tune on that.
What's the band?
You were going to be a pop star, Maddie?
I know, I think I still can be, is what I'm saying.
Oh, so like a career change.
Yeah. We'll see. But
Can
that's
we be your
like,
backup
that's
dancers?
what I'm leaning to. Auditions, open auditions, I think would be probably a better idea than just go ahead and committing to that now. Oh yeah, our producer, Matt, he's talked in my ear. He said that he wanted to be my manager, and I said, I don't really think you're qualified. He said, maybe I could be your social media manager, and I said, you might be able to do my TikTok for me. Maybe. There he is. He does have great TikToks.
I feel like I'm the only person who doesn't have a TikTok.
It's okay.
I do, but I've never made one. Like, not really. I've made like 2.
So we're out in the parking lot of the Greensboro Coliseum because there is a big event going on here for the next 2 weeks. You can see Dinosaur Adventure from the comfort of your car. So cool. Drive through, see about 80 different dinosaurs. Carnivore Chris with us again. You are the show, by the way.
Well, you kind of have to be. You know what I'm saying? And when you mentioned big, I'd say huge.
Huge.
It's
I'm
huge,
sorry.
right? Because as you see, Allie, what do you think?
Who is this?
Allie the Allosaurus.
Allosaurus,
Yeah,
okay.
she's probably she came with the company. Like she's one of this whole thing type thing. You know what I mean?
She's original.
She is. You know, and she had never dyed her hair either. You know what I'm saying? So
You look great.
She looks amazing. Allie.
You really do.
Yeah.
Tell us. So this sign over here says "Play Audio Tour." Tell me, what is? How does that work?
The audio tour. So when you get your tickets under DinosaurAdventure.com, you can simply there'll be of course the audio part on there. Hit audio. Make sure you get the right city. That's very important.
That is important.
And where are we at? No, okay, Greensboro. Yes. So you're just gonna hit Greensboro, and it's gonna take you through. But the thing is, it's the comfort of your car, and you make sure your Bluetooth is on also, and you just sit back and relax, and it will take you through like the whole prehistoric, all the Jurassic, and just it's educational as well.
I mean, really, you're learning as you go. I mean, in addition to having fun.
It's it's like extra credit. You know what I mean? When you're in school.
All right, so look, they're telling me to be quiet, but I want to tell you all at home, stick around, because in our 5 o'clock show, we're going to take you over to the dinosaur daycare. Is that what it's called?
Where we've taken no one ever before.
See?
Oh.
See? Exclusive. Exclusive.
Will we also get to see the T-Rex? Because I don't want to say that you let us down, but we didn't.
No. That's at 6.
Okay.
Okay.
So stay tuned.
We're looking forward to it. I bet this looks really cool when it gets pretty dark out, right?
Are they talking about?
Yes, it is. It's lit up at night.
Carnivore Chris, did he ask if we're talking still? Is that what he just said?
Say that again, Chris.
Dinos at dusk is what we like to say here.
I told you, he doesn't stop.
Well, no.
There's no off switch.
There's a crank in the back.
Go.
All right. Fair. Thanks, Eric. I feel like we went back in time with you today.
The dinosaur. Shot.
It's the best I can do.
All
everybody.
Right. Tim,
have fun out there. Be safe.
Take it away, Tim.
Tim.
I don't know if I've ever seen Eric Chilton meet his match, but I think he's now met it with, what is it, Dinosaur Chris? I don't know. I can't remember. Either way, when I was a kid, I knew every single dinosaur there was. Now I remember only like T-Rex, and that's about it. Look at the showers right now. This looks pretty impressive, but most of us in the Triad are not really seeing a lot of this rain. The air is pretty dry here at the surface, so the sky looks dark. There is rain falling from the cloud, but a lot of it is evaporating before hitting us here on the ground. So watch for a passing shower this evening, but don't be surprised if you stay dry as well. Tomorrow's in very good shape. We'll have sunshine pretty much start to finish. A couple clouds for the afternoon, but otherwise really nice. 70s for tomorrow. Sunday, a different story. We'll see clouds filtering in. Better chance of a couple of showers to finish up the weekend. So if you want to be guaranteed not to have rain, tomorrow is your day. Sunday's not an awful day of weather, but there will be clouds and there will be that threat of a shower or two. Warmer weather is on the way going into next week. Maybe you can ride the motorcycle. People are doing that here in Greensboro. We're coming right back. News 2 at 5 starts in a couple minutes.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2.
Ooh. I can hear everything that you're saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hi there, New York. No, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon.
Yes. Hello, hello.
Hi, mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, mic check.
Tanks are slowly making the rounds so that drivers can fill up. A good example.
So we're all video conferenced out, aren't we? Yes, tired of the Zoom meetings all the time. It's like you look like the Brady Bunch open, everybody's sitting there. The most awkward time, and this is what I want to talk about today, is when you go to the meeting, but it hasn't started yet, but you have to wait, right? And most people, hopefully, at least in our business, they tell us to leave the cameras on so we can see everybody. That's awkward. Here you go. Take a look at our 4 to 5 meeting the other morning. Yes, there we all are, waiting for the meeting to start, figuring out what story ideas that we're going to talk about. Here's one of our managers wildly gesturing, telling some crazy story to someone. I'm not sure what she's doing there with her hands. I don't know what that is. Lauren was, I think, on the cell phone. That's a common thing, right? People are on their cells while they're waiting. There's me just looking angry because I'm the old guy and that's what we do. Matt, our producer, I think he's doing his taxes in his head, judging from that look, not sure. Jalen's just disgusted with the whole thing. The mask is covering up his anger. And Maddie hadn't gotten in yet, so she escapes this round. The bottom line is, that is the most awkward time, right? When you're all just sitting there waiting. You don't know what to do. Do you look at the camera? Do you look away? Do you just get out of frame? And there was one point, Lauren was just like almost gone. And what do you do? I'll tell you what you do. Unless your boss tells you you have to keep the camera on. Keep it off. Get yourself together, get a cup of coffee, relax, and turn it on right when the meeting starts. And you will avoid what you just saw in our 4 to 5 meeting. And now my coworkers are upset with me. That is my 2 cents, and that's your 4 to 5. WFMY News 2 at 5 starts now.
Limits on gatherings lifted. Social distancing rules lifted. The mask mandate mostly lifted.